Motorcycle season, it's right around the corner. Did you know that? I mean, I know there's plenty of you in states where you can ride all year long. We're happy for you. Regardless, no matter where you live, if you love to ride, you're gonna need to do the maintenance on your motorcycle. If you need some ideas on where to start, here are the top 5 things you can focus on to get out riding this year and some of the products that go with them, all for under $750 at DennisKirk.com. Batteries. You're gonna wanna inspect your battery. Start with the connection and make sure all is well. Cables are connected, terminals cleaned, free of corrosion. If your battery needs a charge, turn to a trickle charger like this one from Battery Tender. A Battery Tender Plus. You won't have to monitor for damaging effects like you have to with other trickle chargers, because with the Battery Tender Plus, as soon as it's completely charged, this turns into a float charger and monitors, which is going to prevent damaging effects with little to no current, $70. Now, if your battery is no bueno, you're gonna need a replacement. Drag Specialties Parts Unlimited. Both of these brands make a wide variety of batteries for V-twins, snowmobiles, UTVs, you name it. They've got a battery for it. Be sure to check in with our DK Tech team to find the right battery for you, but you definitely can't go wrong with either one of these brands. On average, you're looking between $75 and $150, and both brands offer premium versions of their batteries as well. Let's take a look at tires. When it comes to the first inspection of the year on your tires, be diligent and take everything you see very seriously. Inspect the tread for uneven wear, cracks, or flat spots. Make sure the pressure is up to the proper PSI listed on the tire, and give the sidewalls a good look for dry rot, a common issue during storage. If you need replacements, Dennis Kirk has you covered. It's one of the #1 things we sell on a regular basis. Now, I'm not going to give you a specific tire brand or model to check out. Instead, you should use our Dennis Kirk Tire Finder, which has got decades worth of make, model, year data in one location that's going to help you find the exact tires to fit your specific model. Tires, they can get expensive, but it's definitely worth spending the money. And on average, you can look to spend between $115 to $180 per tire. Fluid check. How often are you dipping your stick? Checking your fluids, that is. Engine oil, brake fluid, coolant. Top 3 places you should start to make sure that they're not only up to the proper level, but that they actually have the right color. The first thing you should start with is doing an oil change. At the beginning of every season, if your ride's been in storage, do an oil change. Now at Dennis Kirk, we have a wide variety of oils and filters. It can get a little mind-boggling. So if you want something a little easy, you can turn to this, an oil change kit in a box like this one from Maxima. It's gonna run you about $80 to get everything you need to change the oil on your ride. We also have coolant, like this bottle from Maxima, running in about $15. And brake fluid. It's gonna cost you about $5 to $10 depending which brand you go with. How's that stopping power? Yeah, you definitely need to check out your brakes. We're looking at rotors and pads specifically. Now, when it comes to brake pads, we're gonna wanna make sure that we're not seeing any kind of aggressive wear, that they're nice and thick with lots of material still remaining on the pad. Rotors, we're looking for damage or warping to the metal. If you do need replacements, you're gonna find over 2,000 options for brake pads alone at DennisKirk.com, so we highly recommend that you start out by checking out EBC Brakes. They are a highly trustworthy brake that we love, and they've got something for just about every ride. They're also pretty cost effective at about $40 for a pair of pads on average. Rotors, they're gonna run you a little bit more. Again, we're gonna turn to EBC Brakes just because they make such high quality parts. On average, for a high performance rotor, you're gonna pay around $150. For this maintenance piece, you're gonna wanna take a look at your belts and chains. An easy one to miss. On the chain, we're testing tension and ensuring it's lubricated well with chain-specific lubricant. Adjust the slack too, according to the manufacturing specifications. With a belt, we're looking for cracks, fraying, or signs of wear that shouldn't be there. Not something you generally have to replace often, but when you're ready, use our My Garage tool. Open an account, add your ride to your garage, and you'll get every chain and belt option available to your ride shot right back out at you. Chains, around $80 on average. For belts, you're gonna look at about $100 on average. But it all is gonna kind of depend on the performance you're looking at, so be sure to really use that My Garage tool to get down to the exact one you need. Well, that's it. 5 things to consider checking before hitting the road this riding season. Not a definitive list or one that includes every possible solution or scenario, but one that can kind of get you started, especially if you're a new rider figuring out where to go. If you need any additional help, our DK Tech team is always at the phones and ready to help you. So give them a call and they'll point you to the right products for your machine.